Good afternoon and welcome to Talking Business with the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Barbados, or ICAB. My name is Ashley Christophe, Member and Student Services Lead at ICAB. This month, as we celebrate the accounting profession, we're spotlighting the journey from student to professional practice. Today, I'm joined by Miss Asha Cave, a qualified ICAB member who is also proudly representing Barbados and the region as a member of the Young Leaders Collective of global accounting body IFAC. Thank you for joining us, Asha.
Thanks for having me, Ashley. It's a pleasure.
Looking back to when you first started out, what motivated you to pursue accounting as a profession? Did someone influence or inspire that decision?
Honestly, while accounting wasn't a fixed plan, the other subjects at school didn't quite appeal to me. Some of my earliest memories are running around at the Barbados Community College and interrupting my mother's classes, trying to make sense of what she was saying. She was an accounting teacher there, so when the time came to choose which subjects I wanted to do at CXC level, she encouraged me to try my hand at it. It helped that I took to it quite easily, and my teacher at Harrison College was also able to spark further interest in the subject area. So I would say yes, I've always been heavily influenced by the adults in my life to at least give it a try.
Okay, Asha, I like that point. So now that you've completed your studies and are a chartered accountant, has your perspective on accounting changed compared to when you were studying at university or when you were studying for your professional accounting examinations?
So as I said before, my mom was an accounting teacher. So between teaching and bookkeeping, those in my mind were the available options. There was maybe a third option in forensic accounting, but I've never met anyone doing it, so it still sounded like make believe at the point in time. It wasn't until I started classes at university that I can really say I understood how many different career paths there were. One of my professors was really into supply chain management, and that added a fourth option. Then came my tax, audit, and ethics professors, who added so many more options to the table that I could finally see how many other possible paths I could take.
What has been the biggest adjustment for you in moving from being a student to being a member of ICAB and a chartered accountant?
That has done professional examinations would be able to tell you how much time it takes to study. You dedicate so many hours of your week and your weekends to studying that when it is all done, you end up with this huge void that is it feels impossible to fill. But fortunately for me, I've returned to so many different sports that I've once loved. I've returned to dancing. I've tried my hand at tennis. I've tried my hand at football. So I'm slowly finding things to fill that void.
That's understandable. So you now represent Barbados and the Caribbean on the IFAC Young Leaders Collective. How did that opportunity come about? And what has the experience taught you so far about the profession and your own development?
Funny enough, at one of ACCA's events last year, CEO of ICAB Lisa Padmore was in attendance. My colleagues and I were in a very casual conversation talking about how we got ourselves over the finish line of qualification. And sure enough, Lisa happened to overhear my response. If she had asked me herself, I would have cleaned up the answer a lot more. I would have sounded a lot more polished. But I think that the candidness is what caught her ear and what impressed her the most. So when the opportunity for IFAC came about, she was the one that nominated me, and as they say, the rest is history. Now that I'm a part of the collective, it has shown me that there's a shared experience among the group, even as you leave the shores of Barbados. But it has also shown me the power in numbers as we try to enact change. These shared experiences bridge the perceived gaps and provide a collective environment where we can all equally contribute to solutions to ensure healthy working environments across borders.
So that's a strong point, Asha. So you were definitely at the right place at the right time.
Yes.
Yes. And so my final question to you today is this. As we celebrate the accounting profession this month, what would you say to listeners who want to encourage a young person to choose a career in accounting?
So if I was talking to my younger self, I would probably tell her that there is light at the end of the tunnel and it is very much worth it. The debits and credits that you're probably stressing about are the foundation, but they aren't all that the profession has to offer. thinking about any field that is remotely interesting to you, there is more than likely an accountant involved. Pursuing a career in accounting means that you can likely be involved in that field either at the front end where you're making projections for its success, or at the back end where you can see the intricacies of how it came to be. So keep pushing, keep striving, and eventually it will all be worth it.
Thank you, Asha, for sharing your journey with us. It's encouraging to hear how the profession continues to open doors locally and internationally. I'm Ashley Christophe, Member and Student Services Lead at ICAB, and this has been Talking Business. Thank you for listening.